Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to Charts and Cards in Black and White. We missed last week, and unfortunately, we're going to miss the next 2 weeks too. But then all my summer vacations are over. So,
Here we
unless you've
are
got any planned, yes, and we're here today. And so, we're going to look at about 3 questions today, and we're going to probably just pull cards on the first two, I think. But the third one, I'm going to look at the astrology as well. But the first one is the September 18th debate because Trump is trying to change the rules. He's trying to, people are beginning to wonder if it'll happen. So we're going to ask, will the debate happen? And we can kind of ask for a bit of clarity about whether he'll make, if it does, will he get the rules changed? He wants the mics on basically as well. That's one thing he's saying too. So. I'll let Erika's cards go first while I pull someone.
Okay, so I was going to pull a focus card, and um,
Mm-hmm.
the focus card that I thought I would have end up in the middle is the birds, because the birds is for any kind of talking. So I thought, well, let that stand for the debate.
Yeah.
Ironically, however, it ended up being the card at the bottom of the deck, which means
Ah.
that I had to pull cards before it in order to get my
Mm.
line of five. So I have the mice, I have the stars. The card that ended up in the middle is the key.
Oh.
I have the young woman, and then finally the birds. So I will talk about these for a minute, and then I drew 3 clarifiers on the birds.
Mm.
Okay, so let me get this back in order. Yeah, okay. We know that 45 is a nervous wreck. He will not be able to loom large behind Hillary because I think if he tried to do that, Harris would give him a metaphorical elbow in the gut. So,
Mm-hmm.
how do you intimidate someone? He does want the microphone off. And I think it's because he knows that he'll have trouble controlling himself, um, which is, of course, why Harris would want the microphone on. If he's going to act
Mm-hmm.
like a fool and talk over her, let the world see it, let the world hear it. Now, I remember from the last debate, which I'm trying to forget, but in the last debate, Trump did talk over Biden, and you could hear him do it. It just was
Oh,
low,
yes.
but you could still tell his mouth was moving and stuff was coming out of his mouth. So
Oh, and Biden could clearly hear it.
yes, so I think it doesn't matter one way or the other what they decide on them, but I think that he is terrified, and I can mirror this with the last card. He is terrified of debating her. Now,
Excellent.
the next card is the star because he knows that this is hers to lose.
Mm-hmm.
This is the future, and this is all of that, relatively speaking, youthful energy, that female energy. He knows that that's what's up. And in the center, to have the key, it's kind of as though he knows les jeux sont faits, the die is cast. He knows he's not
Mm-hmm.
going to win. So,
Yes.
why be humiliated in a debate? Now, I did pull no, how many? 2 clarifiers. Oh, no, 3. One fell. The clarifiers for the birds card, which stands for the debate. And these clarifiers are interesting. It's the older woman, the coffin,
Mm.
and Clover. It's as though he's saying, let this cup pass from my lips because I know this is Harris here. I know in this debate, this woman is going to bury me and
Yeah.
fast, fast. And I can mirror the very first card, which is the mice, with that
Mm-hmm.
last card, which is the clover. So this is, she will make quick work of me. I won't look good to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
let this cup pass for me because, again, she's going to bury me. So I think if he can pull out, he will, but of course he'll come up with some cockamamie reason for why. He's already bad mouthing ABC News, and
Mm.
that'll be his rationale that she pulled out of the one they were going to have with Fox, except they weren't going to have one with Fox. He just made that up out of whole cloth, but he'll make something up to get out of it. That's what I think.
Oh, I think he'll try at least. I'm not sure if he will get out of it though. Do you think he will?
Uh, I think he will try
Yeah.
by saying
Yeah.
all this bad stuff about
Oh,
it.
this stuff. I agree. He'll do all that. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, the party may not let him get out of it. There's that
Yeah.
because he does
So
have handlers,
he does have handlers for sure.
right? I think that
Um,
he doesn't want to do it. He doesn't want to do it.
no, he doesn't. My cards agree. This is how he feels about it, in my opinion. He's like, but if I do this, kind of all my cups will empty out because they're all
Right.
upside down. I can't see anything positive about me doing it. That's how he feels. And then I got the King of Swords, which he's meeting. This to my mind is her in the debate. A clear thinker, strong communicator and leader, blending mental and spiritual pursuits, bravery and courage. Because look out that speech she made
Well, that looks like the Eight of Swords.
oh, that I picked the wrong card up. That's for
Okay.
later. Sorry. No, I just picked the wrong
Yeah.
card up. And I was not looking at my own screen because of my head. So there's the King of Swords. So, even though it's a male, that doesn't really matter. I like that it has a raven and a bat and all those kind of things, and an owl, the wisdom in this card. I think she's um gonna come out with such strong debating skills. I think Mayor Pete's helping her as well develop
Yeah.
those as well. So anyway, and then this is if the debate happens, really, I think determination, steadfastness, expansion. It's the Knight of Pentacles. I kind of always associate her really with the Pentacles royal suit. And so, look at it walking away with it, really, I think. And then the wheel.
People say that, oh, she won't do well if she doesn't have a teleprompter. Well, yes, she's
Ah,
a prosecutor. She is very well used to speaking with no notes, no teleprompter in front of an audience that she's trying to convince of something. So, yeah, wrong.
And and she's been training for this for. And so if the debate goes ahead, as I think it might, I think he might be forced into it. This is him. He's going to feel like he's going to be a victim. He's going to be all like, poor me, look what everybody's done to me. And the Knight of Pentacles, which is my card for him, reversed is him, it being
Falling
another
on his
nail.
head.
And another, well, it's another nail in his coffin for his downfall, I think, really. So in fact, I kind of feel like even though I didn't really ask for a clarifier on it, he's damned if he does and damned if he doesn't
That's
with the
right.
debate, to be quite
That's right.
honest. So,
It's
yeah.
inevitable. Yeah.
So, Jack's appeal for the documents case in Florida, he's put it to the Court of Appeal, the District Court of Appeal, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think again, he's been pretty smart about this. He's asked for the case to be reinstated. He's not mentioned Aileen Cannon at all. He's not asked for her to be, removed or anything like that. He's kept it plain and simple, saying, I have a good case, please reinstate it. So will it be reinstated?
So, in order to keep it from being a yes, no, I have asked what will happen with uh, Jack's appeal.
That's fair enough. Yeah, I like it worded that way. Yeah.
Um, mm. So I have the dog
Mm-hmm.
and I have the bear. the letter is in the middle because it stands for the appeal, because of course the appeal is written. I have the
Mhm.
heart and I have the coffin. And so
Mm.
because I got the coffin at the end, I pulled clarifiers on that. So we'll do that when we get to that. So
Mm.
interesting to have the dog and the bear. The dog is the card for Jack. That's the card for the attorney, the good guy, the people's advocate. This is the
Mm.
card for 45. So you have the two of them, mano a mano, over
Mhm.
this issue of the appeal. Now, I mean, the heart's a great card, but I mirror it sadly with the bear.
Mm.
It gets mirrored with the bear. And I think that every court is making their decisions with an eye towards the Supreme Court
I
and what the
think so
Supreme
too.
Court did. And it makes me wonder or think or suspect that they will side with Canon.
Mm.
Because again, we have this coffin at the end. So then I decided, well, let me, maybe I'm wrong about this coffin. Maybe that doesn't mean that his appeal will be shot down. Let's pull some cards. So I started to pull cards and I was like, oh, okay, until I got to the last one. So here's our
Mm.
coffin. This is the appeal being shot down. And and then I got the ship and I thought, okay, this is great because now maybe it moves forward. Maybe the appeal does move forward. But then fish is about emotion and it's about money. You don't know who's in the
Mm.
pocket of whom. You'd like to think nobody's in the pocket of anyone and that the courts are pure, but we know that they're not. Ask
Yeah.
Alito, ask Thomas.
Oh,
And so the last card is clouds. And the card that I can mirror clouds with, clouds are about doubts, is
yes.
dog. So here we have Jack and his appeal being in doubt. I don't know that his
Yeah.
appeal will be um, allowed or acted upon
Over.
favorably the way that we want it to. I think so.
I'm afraid I kind of agree.
Really?
So yeah. So I think there's going to be a bit of arguing on the court, a bit of they don't know which way to go because I think they kind of know the right way to go, but again, like you said, it's because this one is so it's the Nine of Swords reversed, just making sure I got the correct card this time. So this
Mhm.
is kind of inner turmoil, um and it's an inability to see the light. It's fears as well, and I don't think it's Jack. I think it's the court's fears, like what will happen if we do this. And then we get the King of Cups also reversed, which is controlling and suppressing any emotions, being a little bit irrational, really, and forgetting the heart in favor of the mind and moodiness. So, I think they are thinking of their own interests, like you said.
Terrible.
And then
It's so disappointing.
it really is. And again, this is another, reverse. This is the Knight of Pentacles reversed. This is kind of taking shortcuts, stagnation, feeling like, almost like if we do this, it could like bring up all kinds of whatever. And then the last two I got the Six of Cups, which really is kind of a saying, letting it's kind of letting go and nostalgia, and I kind of feel like this might be Jack going, I remember when the courts kind of did the right thing, and then Ace of Wands reversed. I I just don't think it's gonna get allowed this time. But I don't think that's the end of his journey necessarily. I think he could actually bring it in another court, I've read as well at some point, and maybe after the election he might. I don't
Right.
know.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, because time
yeah,
is marching on. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But I'm sure, not to defend them at all. I think they also looking to the Supreme Court, thinking it's so close to the election, all that, and I think they're not going to do the right thing. But anyway, yeah. So, Liz Cheney, where is she?
Yeah,
What's she doing?
I had mentioned to you, Louise, that
Mm,
I was disappointed that we didn't see her or hear a statement from her at the very least,
mhm.
especially when her colleague Adam Kinzinger showed up.
Yeah.
I think that I know that she is currently a visiting professor at UVA. I know
Hmm.
that Wyoming is now really the all of the seams have been sewn up. It is MAGA, 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 MAGA all around Wyoming. So
Oh,
there really is no
it is.
place for her. I know too that she had said when she was asked, so this was a few months ago, would you think about running for 2024? And she didn't say, oh my God, no. She said, I'm thinking about it, which leads, and of course she's not running, but it leads me to believe that I think she's between a rock and a hard place. I think
Hmm.
that she is, she's longing for her idea of what the Republican Party used to be. I
Yeah.
would remind all of us that the Republican Party, the way it used to be, set the stage for the Republican Party as it is today. Just
Oh,
saying.
it did.
So,
Right back to Reagan.
exactly.
Trickle
So,
down.
so, so,
Hmm.
so she gets no medals in my book for that.
Hmm.
And I think that if she were to create another party, that nobody would be in it
No.
because everybody at this point, at least in terms of the election, everyone's
Yeah.
either MAGA or they're Democrats or they're undecided who are going to go Democratic. That's what
Yeah.
I think. And so
Yeah.
she has no constituency, essentially.
Hmm.
So I think, and nor do I think that she can breathe life into that moribund old party. It doesn't
No,
exist anymore.
it
I mean,
doesn't.
where's Jeb? Where's, you
I
know,
know.
uh, whatever his name is?
But
Where's 40, whatever Bush, W?
yeah.
Where's W? Where's what's the guy in your part of the world?
Oh, Mitt Romney.
Yeah,
Hmm.
where's Romney? Nowhere.
Yeah.
Everybody's silent.
Well, and Romney's he's not running for re-election.
No,
They're all
no.
just
So,
like leaving
right.
politics because
So
it's.
I think that Liz is really between a rock and a hard place, but I'm
Mhm.
curious as to whether she's closer to the rock or to the hard place, whether she's finding her way and just
Mm,
keeping her counsel until then, or, I don't see her as the kind of person to say, well, you know what, that was fun. And now I'm just going to live the life of a visiting professor at different university. No, 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 no. Her ego,
no.
she's her father's daughter. Uh,
Oh, she is.
and to her credit, she's very, very smart. I think
Yeah.
she is a patriot insofar as she understands the term, and
Yeah.
that the country could use her to the extent that she is a principled person. I agree with none of her
Yeah.
politics, but she is a
Oh, I
principled
agree.
person. She's done the
Yeah.
right thing in regard to 45. So I just would like to look at
Mm.
um, what her deal is.
Yeah. Well, I put her chart up and we actually do have a time for her, which is
Oh, that's
pretty
good.
unusual actually. And you mentioned when we talked a little bit beforehand that you felt she was having a dark night to the soul. She is,
Mhm.
no doubt about it. She has Saturn at the very end of Pisces and Neptune is sitting on that all year. And if I could sum up kind of one expression for Saturn, Neptune combined, especially in Pisces, it's it's depression, really. It's like facing all your fears. It's like, what if I did this? What if I lose this? What if I, she doesn't, I don't think she knows what to do. The other interesting thing I find happening in her chart is that she, like Harris and Walls, and I've done, several videos on my channel about that, they were born in 64. She was born in 66. And this Pluto Uranus conjunction generationally in for that generation was born, at the civil rights era, but her chart is made up differently to theirs, and it's also a signature of trauma, being brought up through all this trauma. If you think about what's gone on since that time, assassinations and all these kind of things. I really think and there's a lot of activation on Virgo as well at the moment. Saturn, she's got Neptune on a Saturn. Saturn in Pisces is opposing all of this as well. So she's at slightly different degrees to Harris Walls, and she is really going through a dark night of the soul about what would it look like, really. I think actually looking at all the other transits and looking at where the planets are now and how they're activating her soul, she could be having a change of views and perception slightly. I'm not saying she won't be a Republican anymore, but I think she could be mellowing, but I think it's really flipping hard for her, and that's why she didn't show up at the convention. And I think it'll take a while. Neptune and Saturn don't move out of this sign until next year and the year after. They kind of move in and out. So I think she's kind of going to be in the wilderness for a couple of years, deciding where to go and what to do. So I don't think she's going to try and start a new party. I think she's realizing that that's probably gone. That's my thoughts on it.
All right, well, I pulled cards,
Mm-hmm.
and this will stand for Liz Cheney. I'm sure she'd be horrified. Just saying. But anyway, all my people are Black, so what can I say?
Yeah,
This is
exactly.
my older woman card standing for Cheney. So the cards that we have are the book, the
Mm-hmm.
stork, here's
Mm-hmm.
Liz, the snake, and the bouquet. And I pulled cards on the bouquet. I think you'll be interested, Louise, when we get to that. So,
But the
okay.
book, before you dive in, just to see if I'm listening and learning, there's nothing in the book, isn't there? Isn't this writing a new story or something?
Book is about things that are hidden, things that you
Right.
know.
Okay.
So we are accurate. She just doesn't know. And what does she not know?
Mm,
How to improve her situation. The stork is about positive
mm,
change. She wants
yeah.
to, but she doesn't know how.
Yeah.
So we have her in the center, and then we have the snake. Now, the snake is problems. And the card that I
Mm,
can mirror that with, or look at that together with, is the stork. Improving our
mm,
situation is currently just fraught with all kinds of tangled things that we already mentioned earlier. What's
yeah.
interesting is that there is the bouquet at the end of the line, and we can mirror the bouquet with the book because she does feel that she should be rewarded. That's the bouquet for
Mm-hmm.
her service to the country, not the least of which during that whole January 6th thing. But how is that going to manifest? Because it doesn't manifest the way that, it just can't manifest right now because she's
No.
going to the other party. So now I said to myself, well, you know, she seems to think this is what she wants. What's the trajectory of that? And I got some very interesting cards that dovetail something that you said. We have the
Mm-hmm.
scythe, we have the coffin, and we have the key. So what's that about?
Mm-hmm.
Her reward will be reaped when she makes a decision. This is the scythe to
Mm-hmm.
transform herself.
Yes.
To
Yeah.
change some of her opinions. She wasn't at the Democratic convention, but I bet you dollars to donuts she watched it.
Oh, I
I
bet she
think
did.
she will have changed because this is the card for big transformation. Why is that?
Mhm.
Why is the coffin the card for transformation? Because in order to become something, you have to first cease being something else. And it's followed by the key. The key to me is as good as the sun. It answers questions. And then when I say, well, okay, what questions are we answering? I can mirror this last card with our first card, the book.
Mm,
This will answer her question, which is how do I get out of this funk? How do I move forward? How do I help the country? How do I get my flowers for the help I already gave the country? It will be through transformation of
I
my
agree.
ideology. Yeah.
I agree completely, and even some of what she thought were her core values, to go back to the astrology, I can see that she's going to have to examine them and get really rooted in a bit of an awakening around core values, like her poor sister, who is a
Yeah.
lesbian, right?
Yeah.
She's going to
Well,
go,
but
well,
she's capable of changing because she did
yeah.
apologize for that.
She
The
did.
types of
She
changes,
did.
things that
So
she.
yeah, she's definitely capable of changing. She's got
Mhm.
enough in her chart to do that. So, but I just think it's going to be a while. And I just pulled a couple of clarifying cards, and I got the 10 of Wands reversed for her first of all, just to kind of build on yours. And this is about kind of letting go of shoulds, expectations, what you thought was the right thing to do. And it's kind of letting go of your burdens, really. It's kind of saying, that's what was instilled in me, not put on me. I would say instilled on me
My
by,
daddy, yes.
yeah, daddy, the party, everything. But I got this in the end for her, the King of Cups. And I think she'll get there eventually. I think she'll figure her way and come out of it, kind of shining
I
and
like
feeling more,
this. I
yeah.
like that it's cups because I think that,
Hmm.
for example, she was very helpful to Cassidy Hutchinson or Cassidy.
Yes, yeah,
Uh,
Cassidy, yeah.
yeah, and I think that all her, I mean, she's a mother, she does have children,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
I think that she will learn how to access her compassionate self in a way that the public can see it. And that's in a
Yeah,
way that she didn't think that she could show before. So I really
I
like that
agree.
there. Yeah.
And to go back to those Saturn things I mentioned in her chart without looking at the chart again, that's daddy issues in some way. So she's got to let go of daddy issues and the need to please daddy, I think,
Right.
and and really come into her own. I think that's been holding her back. So
Well,
yeah,
I wish her well. I wish her all kinds of
me too,
epiphany and
me too.
may her heart grow 5 sizes.
Yeah. And then, when she does come through it, maybe she will be able to reform the party in a new way, like pre-Reagan era, I feel like that kind of energy
It's never
that was.
great. I mean, yeah.
No, it wasn't. No, no, no. But more. I had some before all this crazy came out in the world. I had some what I would call sensible Republican friends who were fiscally conservative and socially um, um, left leaning, really, or freedom at least. So even if it could go back to more of that, it wouldn't be, as long as they don't bring back trickle down economics once we've got rid of it.
That works so well. That's it.
Well,
I
I think
answered the
that is
question.
it. I think in when I'm back after my friend leaves in a couple of weeks, she's my longtime friend. We've been friends for 46 years, so I'm going to spend time with her. I've been following, I've mentioned him before, Christopher Boozy. He started putting out his election maps cautiously, and I don't want to look at them yet, but I bet he's put out another one by the time I come back. So we might start looking at his opinion on the swing states and some of the other states. I will tell you, I think Florida's going to go blue. He does say that. He's pretty certain of that, and I
Would
think
be a
as well.
good thing.
Yes. So for now, thank you, everybody. Bye.
Care.